Hey guys, and welcome to this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to be trying some new makeup products. I'm very excited because my order just arrived, so everything is new. I wanted to try everything together with you, so this is going to be like a first impression video. I was very excited to pick up the new Gucci highlighter, so here we have it. So this is actually a multi-use drops caring and illuminating. Then I also have one of the new mini clutch palettes from YSL. This one looks so pretty. I'm going to show you close-ups and swatches of everything, the products. And then I also picked one of the new travel size cream bronzers from Chanel, because initially when I saw the three bronzers in store and I swatched them, they felt the same and I thought that the formula was the same, but it turns out that the formula has been changed and the ingredients are different. These now don't contain coconut oil, so I'm going to compare this one to the old one that I have. So let's go ahead and get started. I have some lipstick, I have foundation, and let's go ahead and get started. If you're new here, welcome. If you enjoy beauty talks, I would love to welcome you to this beauty community. Please take a moment to subscribe and also leave me a comment so that I can say hi. And if you're returning, welcome back, dear friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, Chanel this year released a new product. Apart from the cream bronzers, we also have a healthy glow cream, which has a rosy beige color, and it's supposed to work like a base. I already purchased this one as well, so I'm waiting for it and I'm going to show it to you in one of my next videos. But now I don't have anything on my face. I want to start by using, with my order I received one of the newly released foundations. So this one is by Laura Mercier. I suppose that a lot of you have already tried this foundation. I was not attracted to this foundation, didn't want to try it initially, but since we have a sample, I'm just going to go ahead and open it and see if the sample is going to work for me. This one is going to be too dark for me for sure, because the shade is 2N1. So let me know in the comments if you've already tried this foundation. It will be, you know, it's actually not that dark as I expected. Well, my arm right now is quite bronzed, but I think that this foundation is actually going to work. I'm just going to add a touch of my Givenchy Prisme Libre Skin Caring corrector in the shade blue. This one is very suitable for if you want to brighten your complexion or if you have a deeper shade foundation. This one helps to lighten the shades of foundations, and I know that this one is going to be too dark for me, but I just want to see how it's going to work. Now, before I start applying the foundation, I already opened the Gucci highlighter. I want to show you some close-ups along with the box, and I'm going to show you a close-up of the ingredients, so pause the video if you have to, if you need to see the ingredients. Now, initially on the promo photos I thought that this illuminator was going to be too dark for me because it looked like a bronzy color, but once I swatch it on my arm, it just blends so beautifully. Now, I have initially fallen in love with it. Now, it comes with a little dropper, and one thing that probably Gucci could work on is the dropper, because the dropper, I'm having, like, I get the product, but it's not very easy to then. Okay, so apparently it was new. I was thinking that I was going to have some issues with the dropper, but now it works properly. So apparently it just takes a little bit of time because when I first opened it, the dropper was not working properly, or I was not squeezing the pipette here. So you have to squeeze it, and let's see. Now, I don't seem to have any issues actually. But this one looks so beautiful. When I swatched it on my arm, it just looks so divine, gorgeous. It looks like a multi-purpose product that I believe can be used under foundation, on top of foundation, or it can be mixed with foundation. The sheen is so fine, and initially when I saw it, I can see how gorgeous this is going to look on the shoulders and on the collarbones in the summer months. This is going to be beautiful. So I think that this is going to be one of my favorite products from Gucci. Gucci makeup is usually a hit or miss for me, so I want to use a little bit of the product. I'm going to start with fingers. Now, this is the very first time that I'm trying these products together with you. I have some small redness here, irritation on my skin, but we are going to disregard this right now. So I only have my skincare, and I want to see how Wow, the glow that it gives is just so beautiful. And I think I can apply this one both with fingers and I think that I can apply this one both with fingers and with a brush. Let's see, with a brush. Wow, this is a beautiful product. Okay, disregard the redness here that we have. It doesn't have any fragrance, and I can tell already that this one is going to be a repurchase, and this one is going to become part of my permanent makeup kit because the glow that it gives is so incredibly beautiful. I think that this one is going to work for all skin tones because I'm quite fair, and it just adds such beautiful soft glow, soft light to my skin. I think I'm going to use this one alone on its own, even without foundation, when I have good skin day. Today is not this kind of day. I am having it's one of those times when my skin is misbehaving, so I don't have beautiful skin, but I can see myself using this one so much. Now let's go ahead and see. I want to try the Laura Mercier foundation, and I'm going to mix it with the Givenchy Skin Caring corrector, just a tiny bit, and let's see how it's going to look. Well, this is definitely not, it's not going to be a good match, I think, for my skin, but let's see how it's going to apply. Now, if you have already tried this foundation from Laura Mercier, please leave us a comment, let us know how it worked for you. I think that it's actually a nice medium coverage foundation. Actually, it looks like a nice medium coverage foundation. And this Chantecaille brush is shedding so much. I need to change it. Apologies, guys. I need to pause the video because it's shedding all over my face. Laura Mercier foundation says that it's neutral, but I can see that it's definitely so yellow. Even the neutral one, it's just so yellow. And my skin is neutral, but if I had to choose, I usually go for warm foundations with yellow undertones, but this one is too yellow even for me, so this is the only issue that I'm seeing right now with the foundation. Other than that, I think that it's a beautiful medium coverage foundation. I don't know how it's going to wear, but I can already tell that I'm in love with this highlighter. It just looks so beautiful under the foundation, invisible, truly gorgeous. Okay guys, so let me know what you think. This is with one thin layer of foundation, and I have to say I need a full-size bottle of this foundation. I was not expecting that I was going to like this one. The only product that I've tried from Laura Mercier is their loose powder, and I really like it. It's one of the best ones, but this foundation, so good. Now a while ago I tried the new Guerlain Terracotta foundation. I like this one so much better because this one is it has a thicker consistency, and this one is like a second skin foundation. This one has probably light, I would say light medium coverage that can be buildable, absolutely. And it doesn't emphasize pores, fine lines, it just looks a lot more flawless. Compared to this one, at least on my skin, this is how it behaves. And initially I thought that it's going to be too dark, but probably it has some technology of, I don't know, color adaptive technology, because right now it just melted into my skin. It doesn't look yellow. Of course, I blended with a little bit of my Givenchy concealer in the blue shade because I needed to make it a little bit paler so that it matches my skin tone. But the finish of this foundation is so beautiful. It looks like moisturized skin. I am not a huge fan of medium coverage foundations, but this is one that I would wear every single day. It just looks so flawless, so beautiful. It reminds me the Numero 1 de Chanel foundation, actually, in terms of finish, in terms of how it blends, how it blurs. It definitely reminds me. Now, since I'm trying all new makeup products today in this video, please see the pinned comment. I'm going to leave a comment 24 hours after I post the video, and I'm going to update you on how different products perform, just with one sentence or so. But so far, I love this foundation. I definitely need to buy a full size of this one. I'm so happy with the Gucci highlighter. And now the Gucci highlighter, it just adds a very soft luminosity on the places where I added it. It's almost like it's not even there. I think that this one is going to look beautiful if I mix a drop with foundations, especially with foundations that have medium coverage. This is going to look so beautiful if I mix a drop. It's bravo, Gucci, bravissimi. I don't know what to say. They created a really good product. Now let's go ahead and see how this product, the Gucci highlighter, is going to look also on top of foundation. I just want to apply it here. Again, to emphasize the glow, I just want to play with the products today, explore them a little bit. But I can safely apply this one even all over my face before I apply my foundation, and it's going to look spectacular. Now, this is a yes for me. I don't know why I'm applying this one here. It's not supposed to be applied here, but anyways. Let me just apply a little bit here as well. Now, this is a very impressive product. I am so happy that I decided to buy it, because initially when I saw it, I was thinking that this was going to be, I was absolutely sure that this was going to be way too dark for my skin tone, but it works so beautifully. I mean, look at the glow. Okay, I'm going to make a statement. This is my favorite Gucci makeup product of all time. So out of everything that I've tried from Gucci, this is the one. Like, this is the most unique product, a very unique highlighter. I think that Gucci should consider actually to make more shades from this one, even though this one looks so divine and beautiful, and I'm confident that this one is going to work on all skin tones. It is invisible. Now, if you are like me and if you like this kind of very perfected makeup look, very perfected complexion, definitely give this a go. Try it. I don't think that you're going to regret it, and it's so beginner friendly. As you can see, I don't like the cardio blending, and I literally applied this one with fingers. I can apply it with a brush, so it's so beautiful. A very extraordinary product. I would say that I like this one better than the By Terry CC Illuminating Serums. This is so beautiful. It reminds me the By Terry CC Illuminating Serums, but it's better. And right now I'm not wearing, I decided not to use concealer. I just applied the foundation under my eyes, because this somehow gives me a better idea of how the products are performing. And when I test the foundation, I usually test it also under my eyes to see how it performs. Now let's move on to the new Chanel travel size bronzer. So this is the travel size bronzer, and this is the big one. So let me go ahead and see. So the big bronzer, this one is 30 grams of product, and then the travel size bronzer is half the size. It's 15 grams of product. I would say that it doesn't really matter. I would probably prefer the smaller size, because I used to have these bronzers from Chanel and I never hit the pan of these bronzers. So I have the two bronzers in the shade 392, Soleil Tan Medium Bronze, and they have the same color. Now I'm going to insert footage here in natural light so that you can see the two colors together, and at the same time I'm going to be looking at the colors as well. Now, initially when this year's Les Beiges makeup collection was released, I went to my local Chanel counter. They didn't have the big bronzers, they only had the travel size ones, because the big bronzers were sold out. And I tried all three bronzers, and initially I thought that the formula is the same, because when I touch them with my fingers, they feel the same. When I swatched them on my arm, they felt the same. So initially that's why I decided I'm not going to buy the travel size bronzer, because it's the same. Now, looking at them and touching them, they feel the same. They are very creamy, soft, they feel lovely. Probably one thing that I feel when I put my fingers in, when I put one finger in each of the bronzers, is probably I feel like the travel size bronzer is just slightly, I wouldn't say firmer, but probably the big size bronzer is just a little bit more emollient, or I may be imagining, or this may be because this just arrived and outside is still not that hot, and this one has been in my room, so it's probably due to room temperature as well. In terms of color, when I swatch them on my fingers, there is the slightest difference in the color, but this also, the reason for that also might be that this bronzer is now 1 year old, so it might have changed color, or still the ingredients of the two bronzers are different. This is a whole new formula. I think that they did a pretty good job in terms of color. So I would say that if Soleil Tan Medium Bronze used to work for you, the big one was working for you, then this one is going to work as well. So let me go ahead and show you side by side. So on my index finger is the travel size bronzer, and then on my middle finger is the big classic Chanel cream bronzer. You can probably see a very slight, very small difference in the colors. Now on my index finger, the travel size bronzer looks just a little bit warmer compared to the regular bronzer of Chanel, but once I swatch them on my arm, I don't see any difference. Let me know. And once I start applying them on my face as well, I think that once I apply them on my face, I'm not going to see any difference. And you can see that swatched on my arm as well. I don't think that there is a huge difference here. I just want to hold the bronzers here for you so that you can see the actual difference in the color. And decide for yourself. And now I have two clean brushes, and I want to apply the travel size bronzer on this side of my face, and then the big size bronzer is going to be on this side of my face. Let's go ahead and start with the travel size bronzer. It just feels the same. I don't feel any difference, but here we don't have coconut oil anymore, so I know that this is going to be very important for a lot of people. Let's see how this is going to blend. I usually like to take a little bit of the bronzer and then take it on the back of my hand before I go into my face. Okay, so I applied too much now, but I just want to test it. I just probably want to have a little bit more. Okay, this is way too much, and that's why I'm going to take a clean beauty blender and just try and blend it, because I applied too much. And now we are moving on to the big size bronzer with a different brush. This brush is a little bit bigger. It's like... Now I'm going to take the bronzers a little bit on my cheek as well, because I usually like to use them sometimes as blushes, and then the other one on the other side, just so that we can see the difference a little bit better. This is the very first time that I'm trying this bronzer, and I am going to update you in one of my next videos, like in a few days, in a week probably. I'm going to update you because I want to give myself a week to properly test the two bronzers. But for now, what I can say, I think that it could be the brush, but I feel like with the travel size bronzer, it just builds up more easily and quickly. Whereas with this one is more forgiving. So from this one, I think I need to use less product for some reason, or this is just how it works for now on my skin. I'm going to keep testing the bronzer, and I'm going to let you know my final thoughts in a week. Okay, so I'm looking at myself in the mirror right now, and I have to say I can safely go out just like that. I don't see any difference in the color. It's been approximately 5 minutes. I went out on the terrace just to get some natural light. I walked a little bit. So I think that the two colors are the same. We have to be honest here. And I think that the colors are the same. There is no difference whatsoever. And the two bronzers are the same. So it looks like Chanel did a pretty good job with these bronzers because they managed to keep the creamy, buttery consistency of the bronzer while removing the coconut oil that so many people were against and that so many people did not like the coconut oil in this bronzer. If you've never tried the Chanel cream bronzers and if the coconut oil in this bronzer was stopping you, I think try this one right now. I think that you're going to like it. It's my favorite cream bronzer and I love using it. And the coconut oil was not an issue for me, but I know that for a lot of people this is an issue. So if it was an issue, the bronzer is still just as good. It's still as creamy, as buttery, it blends beautifully, and it can be applied even without foundation or on top of foundation. It all depends on you and the condition of your skin and your personal preferences, but I really like that they were able to keep this creamy, buttery, soft formula of the bronzer. I really like them. I would give Chanel 10 out of 10 because they really listen to customers and they removed the coconut oil. Of course, I'm going to update you in a week, and I am also going to show you the new Healthy Glow Cream with the rosy beige color, because I think that this one is going to be quite extraordinary, interesting product. It's supposed to work like a makeup base. We are going to see, we're going to try this one together, and then I'm going to update you about the bronzer, but I don't see what can go wrong here because I feel like it is the same. Now I want to use a little bit of my favorite setting powder. This is actually a compact powder. It works beautifully on my skin, and this is from Westman Atelier. I would recommend this one to anyone who has dry skin. It has some skincare benefits as well. I'm only using this powder on the center of my face because I think that the Laura Mercier foundation is glowy. So it's going to be excellent for the winter months, but I feel like it's getting glowy and I just want to remove the shine. And now we're moving on to the beautiful mini clutch palette from YSL. I'm so excited to be trying this one together with you. In the past, YSL used to have this mini quint palettes. They were with 5 shades and the packaging was gold, like this one, like the back of the palette. It used to be all gold packaging, and I used to love these palettes. I used to have all of them. The formula was great. Let me go ahead and see how is the new formula. These are so wonderful, creamy, buttery, soft. I love the formula. Now I think that they did a great job. When I touch the eyeshadows, they feel so soft, creamy, buttery, beautiful formulation from YSL. I think they did a great job. So the shade that I decided to choose is 600. Here it doesn't say a name. I should probably have a look at the box. I'm going to show you the box along with the ingredients of the mini clutch palette. I'm going to start with this shade here and I'm going to apply this. It's a matte color. I'm going to take it on the back of my hand and then I'm just going to apply this color in my crease just to have some base. And I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to take this soft pink blush color. And the colors blend beautifully and so quickly. I love the formula. Getting a brush that is a little bit bigger. The colors are very soft and the powders are very soft. They blend effortlessly. I'm going to get the deepest shade here and a smaller crease brush. Now there might be a little bit of fallout because the colors are very soft, but what I'm doing is I'm taking the color and then taking the excess on the back of my hand just to prevent any fallout. I'm going to take my favorite shade here with my finger, and I'm going to place this straight on my mobile eyelid. And then I'm using the same shade with a brush for a more precise application. This color is going to be beautiful one and done color as well. And if you have oilier eyelids, I would suggest you to use a primer, because it's going to make the colors even more vibrant. I'm convinced that I want at least one more palette from these, because I love the formula of this eyeshadows. It's very soft, it's very beautiful. The packaging is just so beautiful. The leather here, the stitching is so precise and so lovely. There is no actual, I think that there is no actual stitching on the palette, but it looks like there is stitching, and the packaging is very beautiful. I have to say that this is probably my favorite packaging of all the eyeshadows that I currently have. Now, before the mascara, I want to use a little bit of brown kohl eyeliner only on my upper eyelid. A little bit more of the darkest shade. I'm going to use that only on the outer part of my eye. Just want to deepen the darkness just a little bit. Right now I'm going to buy one more palette. Let me know which one do you want to see, which one should I buy. I'm going to show you a photo of the palettes that are currently available at my retailer right here. So let me know which one should I pick. This shimmery shade here, the camera is not showing how beautiful this is, but this is probably one of the colors that I'm going to wear so much this summer season, because it's a beautiful pink color. It's almost like a sunrise, almost like the color of a sunrise. It's so extraordinary beautiful. I can't get enough of this one, and I know that this is going to be a perfect one and done eye color for the summer months. And for lips, again, I have something new to try, and these are new lipsticks from Clarins. It says not just a lipstick, Jolie Rouge. I have 3 colors here. I'm going to show you swatches of the 3 colors. So it says here that it's color hold 84% skincare formula. So the lipsticks are called Jolie Rouge, not just a lipstick, and they have 84% skincare formula. I have 3 shades here in this sample card. So I have 705, which is a soft berry, and 742S, which is Jolie Rouge. Oh, that's probably the signature color, because it's a signature red color. And then the one that I'm most excited about is 759V Woodberry. This one looks beautiful. I think this is the one that I'm going to be wearing today. They also included this cute little brush here. I'm probably going to use a mixture of fingers and the brush. And this is the first one, 705 Soft Berry. I should purchase this one immediately. It is beautiful. I'm not sure how the camera is going to translate this color, but it's the most beautiful, very natural looking, fleshy color, very natural looking, almost like a perfect nude color, very fresh. And the next color that I wanted to show you is the Woodberry. This is the color that I was most excited about. And again, I think that these 2, I should buy them. I'm going to skip the red one for now, just because I have so many red colors and statement red colors, but even the red is so beautiful. So the Clarins lipsticks are absolutely beautiful. I would recommend them. I would recommend you trying those, because they feel very comfortable, very soft, very light on the lips, and I have a feeling that they are going to be quite long lasting as well, but without drying the lips. And it looks like I love everything that I purchased. I was almost going to forget. I also have 2 colors, 2 of the new Chanel nail colors. I'm going to be trying them, and I'm going to let you know how is the formula and what is the formula. I really like those 2. I think that these are beautiful and are going to be very beautiful for the summer, especially this one. And this one is actually seasonless. I think that the 2 colors are beautiful and seasonless. So I think that for now this is going to be my finished look, my final thoughts on the products. I'm very surprised, but I love everything. I did not expect that I'm going to love everything that I purchased, but it looks like I'm very lucky. I was very lucky with my purchase. Now my number one product is definitely going to be the Gucci highlighter. I didn't expect that this one is going to turn out to be so beautiful, and I really expected that there is going to be some little shimmers and some little shimmery particles on my face, but it just adds such a beautiful glow. You can probably see this very lovely, almost ethereal glow on my face. This is going to be a product that I'm going to keep repurchasing all the time because it's a perfect everyday highlighter. And what I love here is that it's quite small, so I can always put this one in my handbag, and this one is actually going in my handbag because I can very easily refresh my face on the go, and I can apply this one with fingers. I was certain that this highlighter was going to be too dark for my skin tone, and then I was absolutely certain that I was going to need a brush to use this one. But it turns out that works so beautifully with fingertips, so this one is going in my handbag, and I am going to keep repurchasing this one for sure. And then I was very surprised to find out this Laura Mercier foundation. I'm going to buy a full size of this one. I like it better than the Guerlain foundation. If you've tried this one, please let me know how it goes. Please let me know what are your thoughts, because this always helps me to appreciate products and to assess products a lot more, because there are so many people trying new makeup products, and it always helps me when you give me your feedback. Now, initially this one looked quite yellow, but right now, this is approximately 30-40 minutes after I started filming this video, and I don't see the foundation oxidizing. I'm going to update you in the comments. I'm going to leave a pinned comment and I'm going to update you, but so far so good. I think that it matches my skin tone quite well. Now, about the new Guerlain Terracotta Le Teint foundation. A few of you complained that this one is oxidizing a lot. I contacted a friend of mine who works at Sephora. She's a makeup artist and she used this one on clients. She has a lot more experience than myself. And she said that she did not experience this with herself or with her clients, and she didn't hear any complaints from her clients. So probably for some people it's oxidizing, for some people it's not. On my skin, this foundation does not oxidize, but if I have to choose between the Laura Mercier and this one, I'll probably go for the Laura Mercier. Of course, I have more from this sample and I'm going to try it for 2 more days before purchasing just to see how it's going to perform. But for now, this one straight away, straight after application, it just looks very flawless, completely flawless, and it's a little bit more liquidy. This one is a little bit more creamy and it takes a little bit more blending, I would say. For some reason, I think that this one just looks more flawless on my skin. But then again, the Terracotta foundation performs beautifully on my skin. I've already had it for nearly a month. I believe nearly a month since I've had this foundation. I use it, I like it. It's a medium coverage foundation, lasts well on my skin and does not oxidize. Then the other product that I was very surprised as well to find this lipsticks. I like the colors. And then I need to mention the eyeshadow palette, the Mini Clutch palette from YSL. I had very high expectations, and of course, YSL did not disappoint. The formula is truly beautiful. If you can get your hands on these, any of these, depending on which color story you prefer, I would say definitely go for this one. The design of the eyeshadow palette is beautiful. It's breathtaking, and then the powders are so finely milled. They are very creamy. And if you want to avoid fallout, just do like me. Take some of the powder and then take it on the back of your hand. This is going to help you to avoid any fallout. But the quality of the powders is lovely. I couldn't wish for a better formulation from YSL. I'm very happy with my purchase. I'm very happy with this color story in particular because it's suitable for every day. This is something that I know that I would wear a lot. I think that these 2 colors are going to make beautiful one and done eye colors. This soft pinkish shade is lovely, and the whole eyeshadow palette has this very soft, almost like a peachy pink color. And this shade here is to die for. It's so beautiful. Again, it reminds me of Summer Sunrise, which is so beautiful. So I think that was all for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me and for spending time with me. I truly appreciate it. Let me know if you've tried any of the products that I reviewed in this video. And of course, I'm going to update you on how these products perform in one of my next videos. Thank you so much once again for spending time with me. Until next time, bye!